I'm on a mission. It's so pretty, I'd sure hate to waste this chance. We'll find a shady little spot, not too cool, not too high, perfect for a little fishing.
Well, I grabbed the rods, fly rods, and went down. I'm going to do a little fly fishing this morning for bass and cichlids and stuff. And boy, the wind was blowing hard, but I went ahead and put the mic on and turned the recorder on and tried to, because I was already down there. I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and do it. But yeah, I had a good morning, guys, and like I've advertised here, I'm offering fly fishing trips, half day for $400, and I supply everything, the fly rods and the flies, and also I'll take ultralights with crickets and worms if you don't really want to do the fly fishing thing. But anyhow, I'm going to do a little fly fishing down here this morning. Got my fly rod, and I also got some crickets and an ultralight. If you want to take a trip, down here and do a little fly fishing, I'll show you what you get into. I mean, it's a blast. And there's nothing to fly fishing if you watch. It's just smooth. Don't try to get it out there 100 miles. Just throw it out there a little bit. So let's see what happens, guys. There he is, guys. There he is. Fish on, guys. Fish on. Fish on. Fish on, my man. Fish on. A little bluegill, guys. Took the popper. Gators all the way down the bank here. I mean, there was big gators, and there's some about 12 inches long. There's one after another about 12 to 18 inches long, and they were just on the bank and in the water, and I ended up snagging one later on, as you'll see. But I was catching bluegill and catching bass and catching cichlids. They were hitting pretty good. And for the wind to blow as hard as it was. If you want to do this, give me a call, guys. 304-398-5215. And we'll come down here and do a little the fly rod catches. They're a blast. I mean, they are strong. I'm telling you, they're strong. They're strong. Don't want to get in too big a hurry here. Here, see what we got on here. See what we got on here, man. Got a largemouth bass, guys. Got a bass on here. Got a bass on here. Yeah, if you want to do this, give me a call. Yeah, them little gators, baby gators, were stacked up on the bank like a cordwood. And I throw it over there, and then he didn't grab the bait. You can see him over there. Them gators are everywhere. He just was underneath of it, and my popper snagged him on the side. Nobody was hurt. Like the bird yesterday, I snagged, or Joey snagged. I just drug him in and unhooked him. I don't grab them with my bare hands because they carry all kind of diseases. So I just picked him up with my needle nose and
oh, geez,
unhooked
guys.
him and turned him back loose. I'm surprised I didn't hook any more because I'm not kidding you. There was just one right after another down through there. And the water's way down now, and then the gators are up on the sand bank everywhere.
Snag one of them little guys.
Yeah, here's where I'm fighting. I figured I was going to lose everything, my popper and stuff and everything. But he wasn't, luckily he wasn't strong enough, and I was able to get him in and
Snag
get
one of
him
them
loose.
little gators.
And get him back over to these buddies. When you see these gators out there like that, you're tempted to throw a fish or something up there to feed them. You don't want to do that. First of all, it's against the law, but
fight's on, man. Fight's on.
Expect that, and then they'll come right to the boat wanting to feed. So
Yeah.
you're better off just
If I can get him unhooked here, I want to keep my
and leave them alone.
bug.
Never ever feed one of them because if you do that, you just can't get rid of
There you
it.
go,
They'll
rascal.
come right into the boat. It's just like feeding a wild bear. You start feeding a wild bear, he'll be knocking on your door wanting something to eat. I'm gonna stick me some other gloves in there just for you. Because there's just small gators everywhere. But I'm gonna stick me some other gloves in there so I can handle them and not handle them with my bare hand. And it just makes it a lot easier.
I'll get that off.
Same way with the birds. I mean, I'm on the water every day, and then you're gonna snag stuff like that once in a while. But they got all kind of colors. When you look at one up real close like that, you can see Mother Nature really camouflages them. But there were some great big boars around here too. I mean, big old boar gators. You can hear them growling and grunting. And right now they're breeding. So.
Alright, now I gotta get him unhooked, man. I gotta get him unhooked. There's that. Where's the other needle nose over here?
Through the state right now. Just get online. Whether you're out of state or in state.
Let's see if I can get this off of him.
Hooked in the side.
There we go.
Whenever that popper got hooked. There he goes, back there with his buddies.
I just knew it was a matter of time. Too many alligators.
So I'm back at it again. Throwing out there and just kind of easing it out with that popper. Like I said before, usually you get one on the popper, it's a bass, and you get one on the drop fly, it's usually a cichlid or a bluegill.
Fish on.
It don't matter, it's just fun. It's just a challenge, I don't keep anything. Like I always say with the crappie and the cichlids and the bass, very seldom do I keep any fish. I mean, I'm not a meat hunter, guys. I'm not a meat hunter. I just like to fish for fun. If you want to just go out and fish for fun, or you want to keep some, you can keep some if you want to. If you
Fish
go with
on,
me.
guys. Fish on.
It's up to you. The cichlids, they're a favorite species too, like the clownfish and some of the other fish, the snakeheads or mudfish. Really, farmer catfish and stuff, they were put in here by out of aquariums most of them. They've been there out of aquariums. They used to buy them at back at the Kmars, Grants, and places like that back in the day. even before Walmart. You could go to a pet store and get them and put them in the aquarium. Well, people got tired of feeding them, so they just dumped them in the canal. And we're talking 60, 70 years ago or more, and this is what's happened. It just exploded in South Florida. You can see how hard the wind's blowing. I mean, it was. I still caught fish. You have to pump a little harder, but I still caught fish. The wind was really long. This is my rods are 5 weights. I got 5 weights, and I got poppers, and I got a down fly on the back, or a sinker they call it, on the back. Really, I mean, like I said before, you catch bass on the.
This is fun, guys, with the fly rod.
Really, I use the popper for just like a bobbin.
That's far enough right there. There's far enough.
It's kind of like a bobbin, and it's a tractor. You plop that thing, and then a lot of times they'll come up with the bass, will come up and grab that popper, But most of the time they'll catch that, grab a hold of that down fly or the sinker in the back. Same way with trout fishing in the streams and stuff. You got a dry fly in the front, which floats, and then you got a you tie a down one on the back, and the trout grab that one in the back. It's just just a bobber, guys. It really is. You can see how low the water is in the canal there. It's just back here there used to be a canal go back through there, and now it's completely dry where that bird just flew out of there. And oh gosh, there's alligators right there. You can't hardly see them right on the edge of the water. I had to be careful or I'd snag another one. And I didn't want to break off no more leaders because it was just a pain putting everything back together. So I had to mark my place where I throwed it because there was alligators everywhere this morning. I remember back in the 60s coming down here to visit my aunt when I was about 10 years old. You could go to the store and you could buy them little alligators. I think they were like 50 cents a piece or something like that. And you could take them back up north, and that was back before FWC knew what was going on. But yeah, you could buy them little alligators and take them back up north and put them in your room in an aquarium. Oh my gosh, how things have changed. See, if you come down and go with me, if you book a trip, you don't have to throw it very far. I mean, you can go, if the wind ain't blowing, you can go across the other side and do it, but if this wind blowing, I just keep you up there real close, where, you only got to throw about 15 feet, 20 feet, and a lot of times it's topwater bites. I mean, and I really, how I like topwater bites for out there in the grass early in the morning for bass, and along the canals or river with the whopper plopper. Same way with this plopper here on this fly rod. I like to see that fish come up and blow up on it. I sat right there the last 2 years. I'm taking people down there and sit there and catch a limit of crappie right there. But there's no water there now. You couldn't catch a limit of crappie there now. Look at the trees back there, how they're bent over. I mean, they're bent double. after, you know, I'm an old man, 72 years old. After about a couple hours of, you know, throwing that fly rod, my shoulders, back started hurting me, you know, a little bit. So I used to be able to do it from daylight to dark. Them days are the way they going. But so I still like doing it for a couple hours. And I like to take people out and teach them, you know, teach them how to do this, teach them how to use artificial baits on, and especially people that's never done it, that are really excited about it. It's just very rewarding today. Yeah, not the best day for fly fishing after that wind blowing like that, 20 miles an hour. I couldn't imagine being out in the lake. I was talking to my buddy Norris this morning, and he and Rob won $10,000 Saturday in that Lakes and Trail tournament, and they were throwing frogs, guys. And, you know, it's another topwater bait down here. There's a lot of tournaments won on frogs down here. I mean, that old Spro frog, and yeah, there's just a lot of money won with that old frog. If you talk to Captain Randy, I said if he ain't throwing the frog, he ain't cashing a check. Fish on, guys, fish on. Fish on, man. Fish on. Fish on, guys, fish on. Fish on. Fish on, my man. Fish on, guys. Fish on, my man, fish on.
Fish on, guys, fish on. Like I said before, you want to do this, give me a call. It's fun, man. It's fun in the sun. Big old cichlid. Big old cichlid, my man. Hang on, big guy. Show you what I'm catching, guys. Right there. Right there's what I'm catching. Big old bluegill, guys. Big old bluegill. Good one. Ah, dang. There he is, guys. There he is. There he is, guys. Another bluegill, guys. Got that one on the popper, guys. He grabbed the old popper. Ah, jeez. Fish on, guys, fish on. Ah, jeez. Fish off. Alright. Fish on, guys, fish on. Are you catching them? See right down there, them clump of rocks kind of sticks out there a little bit. See where them clumps of rocks stick out just a little bit? Right on the right down there. Just right down there, you'll see all kind of alligators on the back. They're loaded up down there. No. Bluegills, cichlids, bass. Yeah. Everything. Yeah, but they're loaded up down there. I mean, yeah. Yeah, them gators are all down there feeding. Too shallow and too windy, probably, isn't it? Oh, I know. That's the reason I'm here. I ain't going out on that lake. I don't either. They're right down there, that little pile of rocks out there. You'll see a bunch of alligators on the back. Come out. Yeah, there's a kind of bluegill, bass, cichlids.
That's why. Huh? That's pretty good though. I know. Yeah, I know. That wind ain't helping either. Yeah. Are you getting any help from behind you there at all?
Not much.
Well, you get down there, I guarantee you they'll stay active down there. Yeah, I'm gonna take you. You can see it right there. That little, you see all the alligators on the bank. Just out from them a little bit. You can see it comes right off there, and it drops off. And you'll go a little ways, and there won't be no rocks. It'll be all sand, and then all of a sudden you'll see a clump of rocks. And when you see the rocks, you usually start catching fish. I caught some from the sand, but most of them was caught from a little bit of scattered rocks. The wind had calmed down a little bit. It made the casting just a little bit easier, and my presentation a little bit better, and I started catching a few more fish for a while, but I didn't go very far, and the wind picked back up. This time of year here in Florida, from 12 o'clock on, we usually get wind and rain every day. I mean, it's just every day. But we need the rain. We really don't need the wind, but we need the rain.
See if I can get this off of him. There we go.
I just knew it was a matter of time. Too many alligators out there, man. Fish on, guys, fish on. Fish on, guys. Fish on. Fish on, guys, fish on. Fish on, guys. Fish on. Fish on, guys. Fish on. Oh, this is fun, guys, with the fly rod. That's far enough right there. Right there's far enough. Fish on, guys, fish on.